Alright, hello to everybody watching and listening, and welcome back to LEGO Rock Raiders. We're about to tackle the second mission of the first actual layer of missions. Now, I've thought of a couple of things, like when should I begin to use certain mechanics that I, in theory, have access to from the very start of the game. We will not get to use them in many missions because they are just too short, but such as using vehicles, upgrading vehicles, and all that sort of juicy stuff. When will we be using those? I think for the first layer, I want to go without vehicles and without upgrades, at least unless the game is actively telling us to do so. And we will go on from there.
The path to power.
That's our first actual mission.
Okay, Rock Raider, we must begin the construction of Rock Raider HQ. We need a power station. Upgrade the tool store and build a section of power path next to it. Next, construct a teleport pad and upgrade it. Build another section of power path next to the teleport pad. When you have collected enough energy crystals and ore, construct a power station. Be very careful, Rock Raider. The walls of the cavern are unstable and may need reinforcing. A landslide has occurred.
Well, did I say actual mission? I think I meant to say this is going to be tutorial mission 4, I believe. But this time without having our hands held throughout the entire mission. Okay, let's accelerate this. And we will get this whenever I restarted the game. Apparently, the tutorial tips are not saved in your save games. They are simply always reset when you restart the game, I think. These are hard rock walls, and they produce rubble. The rubble they produce, unlike normal rubble, does not give us ore, so you cannot keep around these walls for infinite amounts of ore with no actual, drilling more walls. Sadly, that's the case, but I think that's a very sensible balancing decision. Also, if you are looking at the walls here, you'll notice that we can use dynamite. And that is because, unlike the tutorial messages, the Rock Raiders you get are saved throughout missions. Which means that we have the Rock Raider we already used, or rather we were already employing, let's call it this way, in our mission where we blew up that one wall. We get him again. Which means that without upgrading anything, we can already start blowing up walls. I think this might already be enough, but I want to reinforce those walls. Reinforcing walls prevents rubble from being created by landslides. Very useful if you don't want your Rock Raiders to move around, and always clear up the rubble that will not give any resources whatsoever. Note that wedges cannot produce rubble. So another way is to just, blow up a wall in the middle. You're already gonna be set. We have the power path, we have the upgrade. And let's get started on the teleport pad. And I think we already have enough resources. I didn't spend much time explaining what I was doing. I mean, we had the tutorial missions. I should probably explain these seams.
Energy crystal seam.
Both ore and energy crystal seams work the same. They drill down in like 4 sort of stages. The wall getting lower and lower each time it's drilled a stage. And during each of these stages they will produce 1 ore or energy crystal. And then in here there may be even more ore and energy crystals. I think I want to up the priority of clearing out rubble, simply so our Rock Raiders can move faster. We're not producing anymore, so it's no longer a work without an end in sight. I think we have probably drilled way more than we need. But all that's left is to wait for these buildings to be constructed. And there's our teleport pad. But we still need more ore to upgrade it.
Teleport pad. Cannot upgrade building.
And now it's time for the power station, the final building. You can just put it down wherever, because the mission will end once it's been constructed. And there goes the last bit of ore.
Way to go! You constructed a power station. Power path.
And that's it.
Unit teleported safely. Unit teleported safely. Good work! You successfully constructed the power station. Mission complete.
The path to power completed. I'm just gonna forward this. It's not worth waiting it out all the time. Not entirely sure why it shows 0 buildings. I confirmed in a prior mission that it is seemingly not related to your buildings teleporting out. Really not sure why we have 0 buildings listed. But I don't need to understand everything. We could, in theory, already go to the third, so how should I put this, sub-layer, the third level of stage 1. But we're gonna go from, well, how normal people read and write, from top to bottom and from left to right.
Rubble trouble! Okay. A new cavern has been found, but the area is very unstable. The cavern floor is covered with fallen rocks and boulders. We must establish Rock Raider HQ and begin our mining operation. But first, we must reinforce the walls and clear the debris from the floor. Once the cavern is secure, continue our mining operation by collecting 5 energy crystals. You must collect 5 energy crystals.
Yeah, and I also must increase the game speed. There is a lot of rubble in this cavern, so the advice is actually pretty solid. I'm gonna just blow up this, well no, it would create another flat wall with this segment here. But I can drill this, and this is a neat mechanic, we've seen this before. When you drill some of the walls and there are wedges and triangles that no longer have anything to stand alongside, they actually start getting, or rather they get drilled anyway. This is also the only way you can ever really get rid of solid rock. There are a couple of missions where this happens.
A landslide has occurred.
Oh, this is also hard rock. I'm gonna reinforce this just for the moment. We can drill this wall as well. Priority-wise, clear out the rubble, but reinforcing still up top. And I want I want energy crystals collected before anything else. We don't need anything other than those objectives. I think that's this cavern more or less done. As you can see, we are not getting any rubble from these pre-placed rubble spots either. So it would be a waste of time trying to do anything with those. I did reinforce these walls because they, I think, were also producing rubble. But now it's time to clear out.
An energy crystal has been found. Discovered.
And this is where almost all of the energy crystals are lying around. We just need to drill a couple of walls to get them. I'm queuing up a bunch of orders. Everything that I can't drill, I'm going to reinforce.
Well done! You found an energy crystal. There are 4 more around. You must find them too. A landslide has occurred.
Oh yeah, landslides also do a lot of damage to your rock raiders.
An energy crystal has been found.
Yeah, this looks like it's way more than enough already. But since we have energy crystals as top priority, other than clearing out rubble, I guess, I
An energy
think
crystal
I
has
want
been
this.
found.
We are now getting them here at top speed. Nothing left to do but wait out the final delivery. Guess this one is the Rock Raider that will deliver it. Let me just go to. You can do that.
You have now managed to collect 2 energy
Oh,
crystals.
it's arrow keys. You can actually move your Rock Raider in either first person or shoulder view
Cannot
with the
switch
arrow
to
keys.
shoulder view.
Unfortunately... Okay. Unfortunately, it seems we have dropped the energy crystal somewhere, I think.
The cavern was secured and all 5 energy crystals were collected. Good work! Mission complete.
Okay. But in any case, 98% of score. Almost perfect. 6 minutes and 13 seconds.